Hey, welcome back into today's video. We're going to be talking about the Boogie2988 situation with Frank Hassel. Now, a lot of you guys probably have never heard of these names on this channel. I'm going to do my best to talk about this in a way to like kind of update you on who these people are. But this is a very serious situation where Boogie ended up having to draw his gun on Frank Hassel. Stephen J. Williams, better known by his online alias Boogie2988 or just Boogie, is a YouTube personality best known for his video rants about video games and nerd culture as a character named Francis. Now, what I've been told is that Frank Hassel, who is another creator that was most recently deplatformed. The context of this person, he's a big online troll. He makes content where he just basically insults people. YouTube didn't like that. They deplatformed him because of that. And I believe Frank Hassel in some way blames Boogie for this. The situation's pretty deep. Not a lot of people have talked about this because honestly, the details are quite disturbing. Vice just put out an article. Police are investigating a shooting at YouTuber Boogie2988's house. The YouTube star fired a warning shot after a banned YouTuber showed up at his house to harass him. Police confirmed an active investigation. Now, before we get into this, I want to give you guys a little bit of the backstory of this situation. Earlier this month on Ethan Ralph's Killstream, it's a stream that's notorious for pitting people against each other, and it's a very intense show. Well, Boogie2988 was on there versing Frank Hassel. This is what was said.
Frank, I like them about as much as I like you, and I would watch you catch fire, man. I wouldn't give a fuck. But what I'm saying is, I love you. I care about you. I want you to have a good life.
I don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah, right. Like at the end of the day, I don't like you. You know, I'm not gonna fucking spend time with you. I don't want to hang out with you. Oh, I don't. I highly don't recommend that, man. I live in Arkansas. I don't know what fucking pussy ass blue state you're used to. Okay, but you come to Arkansas, motherfuckers.
Frank said he's coming to your house and he's gonna walk you around.
I won't even have to lift a finger. My neighborhood.
He's gonna put the leash on you and walk you around like a fucking.
I'm gonna put your fucking fat ass.
Help me bury you.
He said he's gonna. You're gonna lose that weight one way or the other.
Go right ahead, man.
That's what he said.
Well, Boogie's gonna bury you, Frank.
I don't know what kind of pussy blue state you're used to, but I wouldn't.
I'm just telling you what he told me. Go ahead, Frank.
Boogie.
Yeah.
You told me before we came on here that you were gonna have a big fake meltdown, like a WWE style meltdown, because you wanted to.
Meltdown. There's nothing fake about the meltdown.
No, you said you wanted to have a fake WWE meltdown to appease me, because you want to stop me from coming to Arkansas and filming you.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you, Boogie, there's nothing you can do to stop that. So I'm gonna fucking be there. I'm gonna have a camera on my head. I'm gonna make you fucking cry in the middle of a grocery store.
It's your fucking funeral, buddy. I won't even have to touch you. It's the neighbors that'll get you. The cops, Northwest Arkansas. You post that shit in the gaming shop I fucking own, and let me tell you what this shit that my Glenn will fucking do to you. Go right ahead. Come bring your stick here. Let's see how that goes over.
In this specific part of the stream, you can see that there's some definite animosity, and I'm told by this point, Frank Hassel had already been harassing Boogie on Twitter for weeks. Boogie initially doesn't send out a death threat here, but reiterates how it's just a dangerous area. If Frank comes there doing his harassment type antics, then he would be harmed in one way or the other. One interesting thing I found in this stream was that at one point, Boogie does invite him willingly.
Like the joke is, you show up, man. I'm not gonna hurt you. You understand that? I'm a pacifist. I'm not gonna hurt nobody. You do whatever you want to fucking do, Frankie. You want to come out here and play? We'll play. I don't give a fuck, man.
I will. I'm going to. It's going to happen.
Well, you know my address. It's all over that. It's all over.
It is. So, it's everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on in.
I will.
Yeah.
What will you do if Frank Hassel walks up to you in public?
Take him out to dinner, man.
Probably start fucking crying or call the cops. He seems like a fucking pussy.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
You're like a professional victim, bro. You're not gonna do anything.
There is a real chance.
You're gonna call the fucking manager and you're gonna waddle away.
Call the manager. All right, Karen. No, motherfucker, listen. Like, I'll probably take you out to dinner. And yeah, I'll probably cry. This is hard for me. I'm not good at this.
Now, what I'm showing you right now is context to the situation that we're talking about. But I do need to give you a trigger warning if you do click on the link of this stream in the description. What you're going to see and what I can't show is a lot of the very harsh words that Frank is saying. It's very vulgar, very, very, very bad stuff. I can't show that on this video. The stuff I've shown you now, I'm going to have to censor quite a bit, as you've probably already seen. But what I'm seeing so far is that Boogie is not in a very good mental state. At another part in the stream, Frank Hassel does suggest that Boogie has very bad intentions to young peoples on TikTok.
My only point is that being on a platform for children and frequently being either naked or shirtless is very strange behavior.
Well, I've never been naked on there. I have no interest in being naked. That's weird. Like,
why don't you have a shirt on though?
Why are you projecting?
You're doing duets on TikTok with 15-year-old girls without your shirt on. Is that weird to anybody else?
Well, no, I've never done a duet with a 15-year-old girl. The only females I've really duetted with are women I've reached out to and asked ahead of time. Like Alley Cat's a friend of mine. Like we've talked in DMs a bunch of times.
You're friends with 15-year-old girls on TikTok?
Well, she's 22, but yeah, I think she's at least 21. But I think she's 22. But yes, we've talked in DMs a couple times.
There's another girl. There's another girl I saw that was like 14 or 15 that you were doing duets. So I thought that was.
I always check ages. I always check ages before I respond to.
I thought that was a little weird.
Stuff like that. I'm not going to do anything to give like trolls like you the bait. So I always check ages.
Who's trolling, bro? I'm hitting you with facts and logic Shapiro mode right now.
Well, again, but like the trolling isn't that you think I want to fuck a kid or something, and like that's. I'd like to think that you're not stupid enough to believe.
Maybe kids want to fuck you because you look like a beanbag chair.
Now that I can't help. I can't help who wants to fuck me. I'm a very beanbaggy man. So.
The weirdest exchange of words that I've ever seen. This is probably going to be cut out, but just in case it isn't, I do want to acknowledge that I heavily thought about cutting this out. It's triggering. I can really say I understand exactly why Frank Hassel was banned from YouTube, but I really don't know what Boogie's doing going on and trying to make a point out of this or a joke out of this, because what they're saying is it's disgusting. I do want to note that Frank does say in this stream at the very least that he would never hurt anyone.
I will warn you, if you harm my dog or you harm my friend, that would qualify as the worst day of my life, but don't do that, Frank. I'm asking you politely.
I'm not going to hurt anyone, bro. I would never hurt someone.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right.
Now, from the Killstream on through the rest of this month, this situation did escalate. It got a lot more serious to where Keemstar actually did an interview with Boogie and Frank Hassel. I'm not going to show any part of that because it's a lot of just death threats, and it would be absolutely way too much editing on my end. And once again, triggering, very extremely triggering. I'm going to put a link to it in the description below. It's off platform of YouTube. It's on, I believe, Storyfire, where I also too have a platform over there. You can follow me on over there, but understand that it is very triggering. The article goes on to talk about Arkansas police confirming that they are investigating a shooting at the home of popular YouTuber Boogie. The spokesperson at Fayetteville Police would not give more information, citing that there is an active investigation at an address that matches the photos of the incident posted to social media by both Boogie and Hassel. The spokesperson said the officers did respond to a shooting at the address. Hassel was banned from YouTube earlier this summer and now posts videos mainly on the right-wing BitChute site. Many of his videos show him explicitly harassing people in public, and he has been publicly and aggressively posting harassing tweets about Boogie for weeks. So there's your confirmation on that. One user asked Boogie on Twitter, why doesn't he just meet up with Hassel and work out the differences? Boogie says, I have offered to do that time and time again. I went on the Killstream to discuss it. He doesn't actually believe these things, so there's no convincing him to stop. He's only doing it for the sake of harming me and my mental health. Hassel tweeted saying that he was in the area and that he was going to come to Boogie's house. This made Boogie very paranoid. At one point, somebody did ring the doorbell, and Boogie posted about it. It looks like it's actually a young girl here. He says, I guess it's possible it wasn't Frank. Maybe it's just a fan of his who wants to play alone in the drama he is causing. Either way, it isn't cool. So here you have this man who has a history of mental health issues, who's been through a lot of trauma, who's really on edge right now, and you have Mr. Frank Hassel, who is provoking this person for the sole purpose of views and drama. Boogie says, I'm tired of being the victim. I'm tired of people victimizing me. I'm not very good at fighting back, but I'm gonna try. No one deserves this level of harassment, not even me. I didn't take down Frank's channel. I didn't take down the subreddit, but now I wish I did. This goes into a more serious threat from Boogie, where he says,
"Who are worried about me right now, don't be. I'm safe. I'm surrounded by people who love me. We can definitely take care of this if we need to. Yeah, I threatened Frank tonight, but it's after a couple of months of him threatening me every couple of days. And even in tonight's interview, he said he has proof that I'm a pedophile. He can't, because there is no proof, because I'm not a pedophile. He says he has proof that I've harassed women and friends he knows. No, he doesn't. That doesn't exist. It can't exist. There is no proof. He's a fucking liar. I'm tired of being victimized. I'm tired of passively letting it happen. So I told Frank that if he's in town, and he drove here because of me. If he said he's less than 5 minutes away from me, and I let him know that we can end this tonight. And we're excited to. So if he sets foot on my property, I made it very clear, he goes home in a body bag. I don't know if that's wrong. I don't know if that's bad. I don't know if that's going to end what's left of my YouTube career. But this isn't funny. This isn't cool. This isn't a joke. Threatening somebody, falsely accusing him, it's not okay. And if Frank shows up, I'm going to show him how not okay it is.
That is a very serious and threatening video there. And I'm a little bit confused because we have him inviting Frank Hassel over, saying it'd be okay, that he was going to take him out to eat. And then a couple days, about a week later, he's sending him threats. Well, there's things going on behind the scenes, and I can only assume that this is a perpetuation of Frank Hassel and to further his own content, the content that did get him banned from the platform YouTube. But without a doubt, and once again I reiterate, obviously Boogie is in a poor mental state. Keemstar tweeting, "My personal assessment is that Frank Hassel is trolling the crap out of Boogie to the point of Boogie being mentally unhinged. Yes, Frank has threatened Boogie, but now Boogie has threatened him back. Frank has not went to Boogie's house yet. Interview on the Storyfire app tomorrow." Once again, that is the interview that I'm not going to show you. It will be linked below. Now, Frank ended up going to Boogie's house to do just that, to harass Boogie, and he was met with a gun.
I'm currently trending on Twitter because I had a stalker come to my home today. Long story short, several months ago, this guy decided that it was his decision to start stalking me and harassing me, threatening me mentally, physically, threatening to come to my home, threatening to harm me when he did. Unfortunately, on Saturday, this gentleman decided to drive over a few states to show up in Northwest Arkansas and start taking photos in the area to prove that he was here and calling me names on Twitter and tagging me in it.
Here is Frank Hassel posing in a picture outside of Boogie's house. Frank coming onto private property with the intent to harass Boogie, making jokes about this. Here's Boogie coming out with a gun to protect his private property, and Frank Hassel point of view flipping him off. And this is just ridiculous. Like, this dude is trespassing on private property at someone's house who he said he was going to come and harass and harm. It's almost, this is a very dangerous situation. There's people that's memeing this. There's people that's playing along with this, and I need to make this very clear. What Frank Hassel is doing is very dangerous. This, and I know how the internet is, this could start a trend of people going to try to harass people on the private property. You will get shot.
Come on, you fucking pussy, what's the deal? Where's the gun at, you fat faggot? Open fire! Open fire! You're a fat pussy. You won't even open the door? I will. And then what, you're going to shoot me? You're going to kill me? I guess so, buddy. Just give me a second to get my dog right. You're a fucking pussy, dude.
Here's some more resulting footage of Boogie's warning shot towards Frank Hassel.
Is this what we have to do?
My feelings towards Frank Hassel is that what he's doing is irresponsible. 100% a person that deserves not to be on YouTube. I'm glad that he is no longer there. But Boogie pulling that gun, he has a right to protect his property. He has a right to protect himself. Now, shooting the gun up straight up in the air like that, that is extremely dangerous. The internet says that Arkansas is a castle doctrine state, meaning anyone is allowed to use deadly force for self-defense, whether for oneself or property. Now, I was trying to figure out if it was illegal to shoot a gun in the air because I know it's extremely dangerous. In a lot of states, like California, it is illegal to do so. Because if you shoot a gun up in the air, it's got to come back down eventually, and it could kill someone. Each year during traditional holidays that include fireworks celebrations, it is not uncommon that some people discharge firearms up into the air. This practice is perceived by some as a harmless tradition. However, the discharged bullet returns to Earth with no guidance and at great velocity. It becomes essentially a small missile that lands with indiscriminate killing force. Even in rural areas where it is lawful to discharge firearms, the citizen operating the firearm is legally responsible for ensuring the weapon is fired into a proper backstop or falls into an uninhibited and unoccupied area. A bullet fired up into the air can actually travel several miles before falling to the earth every year across the country. People die as a result. The bottom line is that if you pull the trigger, you are responsible for the bullet. New information has come out today, and it's showing that Boogie shot the gun in the direction of a church, and it was right behind a middle school.
What happens with a warning shot? A warning shot was probably going to be considered a use of deadly force. Keep in mind as well that what goes up must come down. I don't know of a single law enforcement trainer who actually suggests that it's a great idea.
This may not be the best idea.
As you can see, this situation is pretty crazy, and like I said, there's a lot of stuff and a lot of context that I want to show you, but I'm not able to put in this video because it's just vulgar, it's triggering, it's very bad. So I'm going to encourage you, if you want to know more context about this situation, the links are going to be in the description. I want you to come to your own opinions. Don't be pushed in any direction by anything I've said in this video, because that's what we do on this channel. Because as interesting as it is, there's always something that's more interesting to me. That's right, you guessed it. I want to know what you think, so why don't you go ahead and leave your creative and interesting responses in the comment box below. Thumbs up for those likes. As always, brothers and sisters, I will see you in the next video. It's pretty crazy. I'd like to thank my patrons. I really appreciate the ongoing support. You guys are awesome. If you do want to be a patron and you do want to have your name at the end of my videos, link is going to be in the description. Check that out, and if that's something for you, become a patron. This is the last day that you can buy the Positivity Turtle merch. This is what it looks like. It's pretty cool. It actually feels really good. It's holds the muscles right in place. And if you want to hang out with me and cook some food, maybe a pot of chili or something like that, we are almost at 1,000 followers on Twitch. That's right, I'm doing IRL streams on Twitch, and we're just doing games, playing with other. That's right, Greg is going to be there. We're going to be playing Among Us and other things like that. So if you're interested in that, link's going to be in the description. I'm also going to have it in the pinned comment. So I want to know what your thoughts are on this Boogie versus Frank Hassel situation. I personally think that Frank Hassel is a moron. That's right, I said it, okay? Yeah. That being said, I know that you're ripping. If you're not ripping, you're Greg, and how you do that, all you gotta do is subscribe and notifications turned on. Be in the comment section after every single video, because I'm gonna be there. Greg the cat is gonna be there, and the rest of the Repzilla community as well. And I expect to see you there too, because this channel loves you. Greg, can you believe that? I can't neither. It's crazy.